Hi, everyone. This is Shelley Costello. I am CEO of Creative Web Concepts USA. We are a full service social media management, branding, management, and production of video and podcast management and marketing. So, welcome to this YouTube video of 5 ways that your real estate page can get suspended or shut down. So I want to provide you today with some information and let you know, due to a lot of the changes that have taken place on Facebook, but even before the changes, there have always been rules on Facebook, but now they are enforced even more strictly, and they are scanning pages more thoroughly for violations of their standards. So let's talk about a few things that real estate agents are currently doing. I see it every single day. Many real estate agents that are committing violations or violating the terms of service for Facebook. Okay, so let's talk about number one. The number one thing is I see agents doing, and it's absolutely against Facebook's policy, is to use a personal profile as a business marketing page. So there are a lot of real estate agents that do not have Facebook business pages. You are running from your personal profile where you invite your friends and have your friends. You're putting up your listings. You're marketing yourself in the real estate industry. You're sharing houses. You're putting up open houses. You're sharing real estate events and even promoting yourself as a real estate agent on that personal profile account. So let's establish the personal profile friend account. That is the main account that you log into, and you do not go to a page, and it's the account where you have all your friends and family, and it's your main timeline profile account. So that is the account. It is against their terms of service to use it for any type of business, not just real estate. It is not legal or in with their rules to market any kind, even product service businesses. There are a lot of people in the direct marketing and multi-level marketing companies who are selling products to their friends and family on their personal account timeline profiles because their friends and family are there and it's easier to market products. But also, realtors are using that. So that can get your page suspended. The first violation, I think they suspend your page and put you in, some people call it Facebook jail, and they would suspend you for maybe 30 days, but they don't always have to just give you a suspension. They can just shut the page down, your account, because that's your profile. It's not just a page. So they can shut your profile account down and send you a notice that you have been violating their terms of service. So that's number one. The way to fix that is to go ahead and create a Facebook page. Make sure you create the page in compliance with your real estate company that you work for, your state and local association of realtors, and the National Association of Realtors. You are supposed to have all of your information on the page, full identification, and your broker identification should be all visible on the page. You should make sure that your images are all compliant. If you use your own personal logo with some big, large companies, then they require to use their logo along with your logo so that the broker is identified and you're not identified as a single person. Also, if you're using the company logo and you're marketing yourself on a picture like on your timeline header, then it's also beneficial to use the equal housing opportunity little housing logo that goes with it as well. That just gives you the extra protection. On your page, it's also important, very important, that every post is compliant with your broker and with the National Association of Realtors and your local Association of Realtors. One thing that is really cracking down right now is broker identification. So not to get in trouble with your association and your broker is to make sure on every property for sale, lease, or rent, or when you market yourself as self-promotion as a real estate agent, that you have your broker identified It's your name, realtor, in all caps with the trademark. It's a registered trademark. And your identification, the broker's city and phone number. So you need to make sure all the compliant information is in your post when you put up any post, whether it's on your personal account, which you should not be doing, or your page. Okay? Number 2, the second thing that can get your account suspended, shut down, and banned, and so that you probably cannot get it back, is, I call it scraping. Some people call it copyright infringement or illegal use of images or videos on your page. So it is, first of all, not only a violation of Facebook, it's an infringement. It's a crime. It's an infringement on copyright to use any images across the internet and save them and create media and post it anywhere on the internet to use for marketing. Let me give you an example. Unless you personally have taken the images yourself, or your broker has paid a photographer and taken the images, and you have permission to use them from the MLS site, whoever put them up there, or from your broker's website, or your broker sends you a file that your photographer or videographer or drone photography company took these images personally and you have use of them, then you can use them. But you cannot go and just, like right click and download from Zillow, from realtor.com, even from the MLS site, if you did not put them up there and if your broker does not have absolute permission to use these. This is called scraping. Scraping data is taking any information from another web source and then creating new media with it. So that would mean saving the pictures, creating a photo album, putting them on a flyer, making a pretty big graphic for Facebook, or even taking those images and converting them into a video or a slideshow and using those images. So that is illegal. It's also illegal to take them from another realtor site or any other site that you would find those pictures. So you want to be careful that you're not doing that and creating any type of video, pictures, or media with pictures that you don't have 100% full rights and copyright release to use. Facebook's artificial intelligence can find scraping, especially if it's from YouTube. So there are applications out there that let you copy and download and acquire the data that's on another person's YouTube video, even if it's about the city or the area in which you live as a realtor, and you want to portray that to people, and you want to show them your area, your town, the things happening. You should not use one of those apps. They'll say download any YouTube video. They're scraping apps, and a lot of them they come across very legal and legit. But the bottom line at the end of the day is, if you take that information from one and you put it into a video, or you try to mix media together and create new media from those kinds of images or videos, they're against, Facebook will find them. And again, they're against the law to take other people's videos and images. So it could be a copyright infringement. The next thing we're going to talk about, number 3, is it is against Facebook's terms of service to use another account, to have 2 accounts. So if you were to say, okay, I'm going to keep the account with my friends and family, my personal account, and I'm just going to open another account in lieu or rather than creating a business page, because I would prefer to have an account. So it is against Facebook's terms of service for any individual to have 2 Facebook accounts. Millions of people do it. Millions of people have them. You just need a new email address. You can even have the same picture, but it's still against terms of service. So if they find you, they can shut down your account, the new one. They may shut down both. Definitely, you don't want to risk and jeopardize your original Facebook account, where you have worked so hard to gain friends, quality contacts, and followers on your Facebook account. Okay, so if that makes sense to you, again, it's best to go ahead and create a page. Okay, the next thing, it is against the terms of service for Facebook now. This has come out in the past. It's been this way for a long time. They're scrutinizing it very carefully now, more than ever. They are going through pages and they're catching words. I will give you an example. We had posted a picture for one of our real estate agent clients that said master bath. Do you like this tile in the master bath? And the word master was captured, and Facebook said a notice that bullying and slavery. So they actually thought that the word master was involved in some type of post that was wrong, and they sent a notice. So you need to be very careful the language you use in posts. We also had a dermatology client, and they were putting suntan lotion on, and they had said that it was a picture, and they were fully clothed people. They just had bathing suits. But anyway, there are a lot of things happening right now on Facebook. So you need to be careful what you put on Facebook and what kind of language you use. They're scanning pages now. So if you're putting up pictures of a home and you're using photographs of people lounging around the pool area in their bathing suits, you want to be careful of that because they're scanning those pictures. Maybe they would say it was nudity. That's one of the things they say with bathing suit pictures now. They are really scanning pages, and something very simple can be a violation of their terms of service. Now, so if you're putting a lot of those on your personal profile, that can get you in trouble too. The next thing is number 4, is language with political and any kind of social injustice language. So if there's things going on socially in the government or just in the world out there, and you're sharing a lot of it, or you're talking about, killing or suicide, just a lot of things that are happening, then Facebook will pick up on that repeated message if you use it a lot. Also, if you're using a lot of repetitive political verbiage on your page, they're picking up on that. So they're giving warnings, something that's against our terms of service. If it's on your personal profile and if the language is not right and they feel the language is any type of bullying or anything, then they can absolutely shut down your page. Number 5, the next thing is Google. So Facebook can shut down your page or suspend your page if you are violating copyrighted content. If you go to Google, you already know you cannot download Google Photos. You cannot right-click and save Google Photos. And Google even has a message now that these photos may be subject to copyright. And there's actually a fine out there and a takedown order that you can get for taking people's photos. So Facebook, the artificial intelligence can tell if you're taking content from the internet. Also, any type of wording like in your blog that's a copyright that has been on another website and that you're copying things and you're putting them on Facebook can also be an indication to them that you are violating copyright. Another one is music. Even if you have a license to use some music, that music playing, as you've seen, Facebook will stop and say, we've muted this music because of a copyright infringement. Please prove to us you have license to use this music, and they will look it over, but they will mute the video. Just as in the pictures I talked about earlier in point number 3, if they feel something is a violation of their terms of service and they send you a notice that it was and they took it down, they give you a chance to tell you that the photo was not against their community standards, and they will reevaluate that photo. So in all these instances, number 1, it's best to go ahead and open a real estate business page and make sure it's completely filled out, make sure the page is compliant. Make sure when you post on the page that you are posting in compliance. The next thing is to make sure you're not taking any videos from other sources and collaborating them into media and creating media pieces of videos and flyers and such with somebody else's images and photos. And then again, just to recap, to make sure that you are not downloading things and taking things from Google or other sites on the internet that can be tracked back by file names. It's very sophisticated that if you download or take a file, most people are not really savvy enough to change the file name. And in the back, there are file names and things that track back to where that came from, and you can always be found. So you just want to always be in compliance and make sure that everything you post is in compliance with your Association of Realtors. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Leave comments below. Subscribe to my channel. I post about 3 or 4 times a week. I make videos. I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel. I have more real estate news coming very, very soon. Thank you for listening. Bye.